up pimping his ride, TG's raising high school hell with his boys, better known as the Hooligans.
Hooligans were legendary.
We were always doing crazy stuff.
And if you get caught pulling crazy stunts at Brophy, you'll find yourself caught in a jug full of trouble.
Jug is justice under God.
The dean was the guy who gave everybody jug.
You have to write a 2,500-word essay.
They have to go clean up the campus.
Jug sucked.
With as much time as the Hooligans spent in Jug, they became fast friends with the big man. Check that, little man on campus.
Our dean was nicknamed Napoleon. You fear and respect him at the same time.
What's going on today? You could be friends with the dean, but at other times, he was the enforcer.
Pick that paper up.
He's got a heart of gold. He's just a hard ass on top.
With 2 weeks till graduation and the dean on their minds, the Hooligans were looking to turn the tables.
Hey, so what are we doing for our senior prank this year?
You gotta do something.
We could fill the dean's office with crumpled newspaper. We always wanted to pull our senior prank on the dean.
We felt it would be a small act of karma to get him back for all of the hours of jug that he gave us.
Hey guys, I got it. Let's rip the dean's nuts off.
Dude, isn't that a little extreme?
Hear me out. We take the tires off of his car and all of his lug nuts and hold him for ransom. We can make him do whatever we want.
Yeah! That's great.
It wouldn't actually hurt anybody. Take it off, put it back on, no harm done.
This is gonna be a good prank.
Yeah, dude.
The crew was stoked about the heist and hooked up at school the next day to flesh out all the details.
We just started coming up with ideas for the ransom note.
We decided the dean had to do 3 things in order to get his lug nuts and his tires back.
He had to buy the entire senior class lunch.
He had to do the funky chicken dance.
And he had to come on the PA and say the senior class owns me.
All right, Pat.
TG and Pat were like the big car guys, so they could take the dean's tires off, no problem.
Anthony, you're gonna be in charge of the ransom note. All right. Nick.
My job was to recruit Miss K, who was the parking lot attendant.
Make sure that the parking lot is clear.
I asked her if she would watch out for the dean while we took the Lug-Nuts off the car.
Sweet. Thanks.
Everything seemed set for success, but the day before the prank, the crew got cold feet.
All sorts of thoughts are running through my mind that we're gonna get in trouble.
I thought we could get kicked out of school for this.
We really needed to run this by the principal. If he said it was okay, then we wouldn't have to worry about anything.
We all agreed that if we didn't get the principal's permission, we wouldn't do the prank.
The guys knew they only had one chance to get the principal on board, so they sent in Harry, the smoothest talking hooligan, to seal the deal.
Basically what we're gonna do, he didn't really seem like he was too into the idea.
That sounds kind of risky to me.
He was asking me about the safety of the dean's car, asking me if that's what a Brophy student should be doing.
I fail to see the humor in taking the wheels off of a man's car.
I thought we were going to have to call off the prank. I thought that kind of sucked.
Coming up, will these lugs figure out a way to pull off their prank?
What do you say?
Or will their plans get jacked? With nothing stopping this caper from going down, the guys met early the next morning to fulfill their senior prank fantasy.
We all decided to meet at the Brophy parking lot at 7 a.m.
We knew that we wanted to pull off the prank by first bell because the dean was his busiest in the morning.
Once the crew reached the dean's car, they put the pedal to the metal.
Let's go. Hurry up. Yeah, right there, perfect. At that point, the plan was working perfectly.
But the guy's easy ride came to a screeching halt when the intended victim threw his own wrench in the works.
We're just like, oh no. He's right there. The dean was within 100 feet of actually catching us.
Good morning, Miss K.
Good morning. It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
But fortunately, Miss K distracted him.
I don't know what she told him, but it worked.
Okay, Scott.
With Lady Luck on their side, the hooligans punched it into overdrive.
TG busts out his wrench and he starts getting these lug nuts off like he's at the Indy 500 or something.
We put the wheels in a janitor's closet.
Now it was on to phase 2, delivering the ransom note to the dean.
I was incredibly nervous. If I got caught, it would ruin the prank.
With the ransom note delivered, the crew couldn't wait to see how the dean would react.
He just stood there, looking furious.
It was great.
Now the ball was in the dean's court, and as the word spread about the dean's missing nuts, everyone was curious to see if he would fulfill the first ransom demand.
All waiting for the dean to come on the PA and say the senior class owns me.
Good morning. This is the dean. Did you know that a driver's education course is offered here at Brophy Prep?
The first part of the announcement's nothing out of the normal.
It's been brought to my attention that the wheels of my car have been stolen.
Our hearts dropped. We're thinking, oh no, is he pissed?
I was like, uh-oh, he took it the wrong way, and the whole thing would just blow up in our faces.
I want all of you to know that the senior class owns me.
It was a moment of victory.
Despite the good news from the announcements, that was still just 1 out of 3 demands that we had.
When are you going to lunch?
After fourth period,
When are you going to lunch?
we didn't really know what to say at first.
When are you going to lunch?
After your tires are safely put back on?
All right. That's what I wanted to hear.
We were thinking at that point that he's not going to play along and dance the funky chicken or buy the entire senior class lunch.
As soon as we got the last lug nut on, here he comes out walking again. He's looking pretty serious.
All right, now that you got my wheels back on, come with me.
The walk from the car was a long walk. As we're looking at each other, it's like, hey, what's going on? Is he going to put us in jug? They're just like, sweet. He bought burgers for the whole senior class.
One of my friends had poured ketchup in his mouth. He's so excited for this to happen.
The dean's really cool about it, everything.
He was laughing.
It was a great prank. You happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had accomplished what we had set out to do. We pulled off this incredible prank without getting expelled.
I think the hooligans are going to have a long legacy at Brophy.
The dean said the senior class owns me. We had him buy us lunch, 2 out of 3 in bed, but I would have liked to see him do the funky chicken dance.